There's this really story that I heard about this guy named Ricky Castle, also known as the Acid King. He lived in Huntington, New York, and got his name the Acid King is that when he was in a good mood, he would just give away free acid to kids. Well, around the age of 16, he started getting into some weird satanic shit. I'm talking about some really dark stuff, even listening to some crazy heavy metal and rock music. In 1983, they end up catching this dude looking through colonial graves, digging them up, and collecting human skulls for satanic rituals. And he wouldn't do this alone. It was him and 3 of his buddies who called themselves the Knights of the Black Circle. After that whole incident, they arrested him and ended up having to take him to the hospital because he was sick. The crazy part was, when his parents arrived, they told him to keep him. They didn't want him back. He was just being too weird, they said. But the doctors didn't listen and said, no, he's not a weird kid or anything like that. He's just some social outcast trying to find his identity. He's not crazy. So they end up sending him back with his parents. Soon after, he would run away and his dad would pretty much say, like, don't ever come back, because this dude was doing some really weird shit. On April 21st, 1984, Ricky and his buddy Gary end up going to a party and getting completely trashed. So much so that Ricky ends up passing out. Well, Gary uses this as an opportunity to look through his stuff and take some of the pills. Once Ricky wakes up, he notices that some of his shit is missing and he starts going ballistic on Gary. I'm talking beating the out of this guy. Gary goes like, bro, chill. Like, here's 5 of your pills. The other ones that I taken, I'll give you like $50 for it. Like, it's all good. Don't worry about it. This really strained their relationship, and to the point where Ricky was like beating Gary on a consistent basis. People would say that they would see Gary like with bloody noses and sometimes even worse. It had gotten so bad to the point that Gary said he had to keep a knife on him because Ricky said the next time he beats him, it's going to be a lot worse than a bloody nose. But for some reason, Ricky and Gary would still hang out. On June 19th, 1984, Ricky and the Knights of the Black Circle end up all going on a camping trip together. While they're camping, Ricky notices 3 crows in the area of their camping site, which he claimed was watching over them. They try starting the fire, but it keeps burning out. Ricky turns to Gary and says, throw your jacket in the fire. And Gary's like, what are you talking about, throwing my jacket in the fire? I'm not going to do that. Ricky's like, throw your jacket in the fire. And Gary's like, bro, I'm not going to throw my jacket in the fire, but I'll rip off my sleeves and I'll take my socks and I'll throw it into the fire. So he goes and does that. Well, the fire ends up burning out again, and Ricky turns to Gary once more. Hey Gary, this time go put some of your hair in the fire. Gary's like, I'm not gonna cut my hair to put it in the fire. It's not gonna do nothing. Ricky then turns to Jimmy, another one of the buddies in the Knights of the Black Circle, and says, help me hold down Gary. So these guys literally pin down Gary so Ricky can go and chop off some of his hair and throw it in the fire. After this, Gary looks at Ricky and is like, bro, I think you just really want to hurt me for no reason. Ricky starts laughing and says, hurt you? I want to kill you.